Hello, crafty friends. It's Stacy, and yes, you're seeing my face today. So it's Saturday, October 4th. It's the first Saturday in October. It's 11 a.m., which means it is our October monthly free card class. So what I have down on my desk today is Traditions of Christmas. That is the set that I played with for this month. It's a suite that's from our mini catalog, our September through December catalog. So if you have not picked up or seen the products in this catalog, it's all available online. Everything is available now. But the Tradition of Christmas is a big suite. So I did bring in a lot of these products. I used a little bit of them, little pieces of each stamp, thin cut. The paper is a great paper collection. I have all the products on my desk. I'm going to walk through them and show them to you. And these are the cards that we're going to be making. So first, let me just move the cards out of the way for a minute. And then my face is going to be gone once we get to card making. You don't need to see me, but first of all, check out this paper. There's a lot of gold foil throughout. So really, really beautiful. Might be hard to capture. I don't know, but you see that shine? Look at that. Sorry, I'm looking at my monitor over here. I'm using some new streaming software, so this is all new for me. So bear with me. But the back side of the paper is very neutral. Okay, so that's one. Here's another one. And what's great about this is the dies match, and you can cut some of the DSP with the dies. So that's pretty cool. Loving this. This also, you can use one of your dies on this paper and this paper. You can cut out, the dies will work. And I have them on some of the cards, so you'll see. So you get 6 sheets, 2 of each. Love, love, love this one. Look at that. Great colors in this collection. And all of them have the gold foil on the one side, and then it's very neutral and muted or matte finish on the other side. This is my absolute favorite. Love, 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 love this one. So cool, right? And this side too. I also love that one. So that's the paper. Let me show you some of the stamp sets. So traditional labels, love this one. Great sentiments for Christmas, and the dies that match the sentiments. So that's pretty cool. This is the Keeping Traditions. This goes with this suite, but it's more for the scrapbooking. And I only used one. So truly, you don't need to use this stamp set. I just liked that Make Merry, so I brought it into the card, but I'm going to use that for scrapbooking. This is the stamp that goes along with it, but I did not use it in this card kit today, so you don't need that. The one I used the most was the labels. All right, this is the embossing folder that goes with it. Love this embossing folder. It's kind of cool, and I'm going to show you just some examples of things I did with that. But I think the star of the show here is the traditional labels die. Love these, going to use them over and over again for all sorts of sentiments. This is a great die. So this pairs with this stamp set perfectly. And then the Christmas greenery dies, which go with the stamp set, as well as the paper, the DSP that I was showing you that you can cut out. And here, look at the size of these dies. They are some great dies, and these are the ones that cut out the DSP. This one, as well as this large one here, and you have a bow and you have some holly leaves. I have some pieces that I didn't use, or I had extras cut out just so you can see. So that is one there. Here is the DSP that I used the die and I had cut out from the paper. I used the die to cut out the DSP. That's really cool, right? And this is the one I use in the card. Look at this one. I cut that in gold metallic. Love, love, love that one. All right, so just some things. Here's some of the labels, just some extra labels I cut out. Embossing and the secret seat. Love that color cardstock. Okay, so, and this is that new brushed gold metallic. So I use that as well in this kit. So Before I get started, let's just go over some of the logistics. So what am I doing here today? So my name is Stacy. I do a monthly card kit. They are available for purchase and you can receive them free. So if you make a qualifying purchase on my website in the month of October 2025, if you're catching the replay here, you will get this kit sent to your door, all the pieces and parts to make it absolutely free with a qualifying order. You don't have to even tell me, I automatically send it to you. Or if you don't want to place a Stampin' Up order with me, you can go to my CraftydivaUSA.com website. All of my past card kits are available for purchase as a pre-cut kit, or you can purchase my instant downloadable tutorials. And in about an hour after this class airs, this tutorial will be available as well as the kit to purchase. So my tutorials, let me just show you what goes into my tutorials. So after this class airs, my link will be live. So when you purchase my card kits, everything comes for you pre-packaged, all cut up just like this. And then you will get, there's going to be a QR code for you to scan, which will bring you to this document. You can email this to yourself or you can view it on another device. So on here, we'll have your supply list. It will also have a picture of each card. It will have your cutting dimensions under the card. And then it will go into a step-by-step assembly instructions and then the next card and so on. So the purpose of today is if anyone picks up my pre-cut kit and needs to know how to put it together or go through all the tips and techniques that I go through, that's where you can come back to this video to check it out. Or if you just need to see how to assemble it, if you do pick up my kit, or if you get the tutorial, then you'll want to refer back to this video if needed. So it will be on YouTube after today this class airs. What else do I have to tell you? I think that is all. Let's just walk through the cards. So this is card 1. Really cute. See, right? Here's card 2. This is that embossing folder. Let me bring it up high. You could see it in there. And I did some splattering. And then card 3, my favorite DSP. Love this. This is a very simple, duplicatable design. Anyone that follows me, you know everything is simple, easy, duplicatable, and that this design going to be using multiple times. And I threw in another gift card, right? Because it's the holidays, we all need little gifties. So this is a simple gift card, duplicatable. You can use this over and over again for any holiday. And I just have a little hard rock key card in there, but you could see it absolutely fits a gift card. And that is it. There's no back piece. If you wanted to put another basic white here to do a little additional sentiment writing, you can do that. These are the cards we're going to make. I'm going to get 2, 3, and 4 out of the way. We're going to start with card 1. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my face off screen because I'm going to be looking down a lot. No need for you to look at me. We'll just we'll just focus on the cards here. And I'm going to take a seat. So let me get ready. All right. For some reason, let me see. Can I see my comments? No. If you're leaving me a comment, I will. Oh, I do see them. Hi, Susan. Hi, Janice. Hey, Jean. Thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you like my new technology setup here. I'm trying to have better technology so my videos stream better for you. There's no bouncing. I'm not using my phone anymore, so this is great. All right, but my lighting, I got to play with my lighting. Not too sure. So this is card 1. This is the first card we're going to make here. So I'm not going through dimensions or cutting. Obviously, that's in my cutting guide. I put a lot of work into that. So if you do want all the measurements, you'll have to pick up either my tutorial or the pre-cut kit. So when you get the kit to your house, this is what it's going to look like. Everything comes pre-cut and ready to assemble, easy peasy. But I cannot do any of the stamping. It's against Stampin' Up policy. So you could either pick up the the stamp sets that I'm using, or I'm sure we all have stuff in our stash. So the only trick to this card when you get it is this is a regular A2 size card here, right? We're just going to trim off 1 inch from the side of the card. That's all you need to do, 1 inch from the front of the card. So I'm just going to bring in a quick paper trimmer. This is my front, so I have it upside down. So I am just going to open my card, make sure that I'm on the front, and I'm just going to trim off, shaky hands today, just going to trim off 1 inch, and that's just scrap now. You can just toss that. Get that out of my way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, again, super easy peasy. I love to do easy cards. We're going to do some stamping first. So let's move these little bits out of the way. We're going to take that inside layer. And you know, Stacy, would have been great if you got all your blocks out. I didn't bring any of my blocks over, so let me grab a few. Don't know exactly which ones I'll need. I made these cards a while ago, but I do have all my blocks. So those are going to be right here on my desk. All right, so we need Merry Christmas. So I think I'm going to use this one. And normally I have all my stamps on my blocks already, but I didn't do that because I was, you know, not nervous, but like trying to get this new streaming software set up. I've had it forever. I'm just always afraid to use it. But I have to give lots of props to AJ, my daughter's boyfriend. He really hooked me up and came over and helped me, got me all successful and set up and through all the trials and hours. I think he spent about 8 hours here last weekend getting me all tested and set up. So I am using Cherry Cobbler ink. I am just going to stamp Merry Christmas right at the top, just like that. I don't have anything set up today. I don't have my Stampin' Scrub, so I'm just going to use some handy dandy wipes, some baby wipes I have. Okay, so that's that. Now, I do want to show you, let's see if you, this is one tip I want to give you, and this is in the assembly. So if you can see here, let me bring that up. You see Make Merry, I did heat emboss that with gold embossing powder, but you see how it's not just basic white, it is with the Cherry Cobbler ink. So what I did, let me show you here. In your kit, you're gonna get the label cut out already. But what I did was I wanted to just ink and put a little bit of Cherry Cobbler on it, but it made the edges very dark, right? So what I did is I took a piece of scrap, might be hard to see. I took a piece of scrap and I blended first. And there you go. That's good. I blended first with some Cherry Cobbler light. Then I die cut. And then I stamped. And I got a better image. So that's how I did it the way I liked better. But what I'm going to show you is how you can do this already with a dyed image, and you'll see the difference of what I was talking about, why just the edges look much darker. So I'm getting a lot of the ink off my blending brush here because I just want a real light color. So I tap, 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 and then I'm just going to lightly blend. And although this is okay, I'm going to show you the difference. We're going to do it both ways. I'm going to take a label out. Let me grab a label. Where's my die? And show you the difference. Okay, so now I'm going to use a piece of scrap, just like I did before. Get all that ink off and just ink blend my piece of paper. Actually, let me zoom in here so you could just see a little better. It's very light. It's hard to pick up, but it's very light. Under maybe the gray, you can see it better. Okay, so I'm just blending. a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'll be right back. Let me run this through my die machine. I'm just going to run that over the top there, because I really did want to just show you how different when we want to ink blend paper, how it looks if you dye your image first or blend the ink on a piece of paper to show the difference. So let me do this. All right. Definitely see a difference, and I'm going to come up close. Okay, so this was taking the dye and blending it, and you see all those harsh streak colors because it just, there's some indentations in that, and it's just picking up the ink darker. But when I went ahead and blended my paper with the ink first and then die cut it, I got a much better result. So let me show you. See how different? Okay, so you're going to get this in your kit, but if you already have this stamp and die, you want to do it this way. All right, so sorry that took a minute, but I did want to show you that. And again, that's the purpose of this class. All right, so now we're just gonna, let me sit back down. We are going to start putting this together. All right, so this little strip goes here, this piece goes on the front, so let's just start assembling. So you can use this design and make so many more holiday cards, or this doesn't use that much paper, right? You can duplicate this with a sheet of paper so super easy. Does that cover the whole thing? No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, now in here, I need my tweezer. Where's my little tweezer? Handy tweezer. Here it is. Okay. All right. So here is the bow, and we have 2 holly leaves, and we have our sentiment. We are going to stamp Make Merry. So really, this is the only stamp I used out of this little stamp set, but I do love the font for Make Merry here. We're going to heat emboss that. So I'm going to bring in a coffee filter. And my label. I'm just putting my Make Merry on my acrylic block. I'm going to use my embossing buddy here. So these are really good. They just have powder in them. So if you want to heat emboss, you always want to use rub a little powder on that so it sticks better. All right, I'm going to use Versamark ink, and I'm going to stamp up Make Merry really well. Okay. And then I have my heat tool by me. I did get a new heat gun. I did pick up the Stampin' Up one because my one that I had was not, it saw its last leg. I had the close to my heart one. So sorry if my head gets in the way here, but I need to stamp. Actually, I'm going to stamp off. Okay. Then I use my coffee filter and I sprinkle on my gold and heat embossing powder. Then you just either blow, tap, and then we're going to get this out of the way. This is why these coffee filters are great, because once I put my heat gun on, that will go everywhere. All right, sorry for the noise. I'm holding my gun down. Okay. There we go. I'm always amazed when I see this start to come over. All right. There you go. Okay, so that's done. Move that out of the way. Thanks, Janice. All right, what we are going to do now. So we're going to take our sentiment in the middle, in the inside, and we're going to put that right about there. Make sure when it closes, you don't see it, so you get that in a good space. I'm not going to lie, ladies, I cut this wrong, but it's correct in your tutorial and in your kits. It should cover the whole piece there. So I made a little boo-boo, but that's okay. Good thing it was mine. All right, so I'm going to take my holly leaves and we're just going to put these together, kind of like overlap them. Just like that. And then I'm bringing my silicone mat. Love this thing. I'm going to put some ink on the back and we are just going to put them in the bottom there. Okay, so now for the front here, I only want this to hang off a little bit. So see how it's hanging off a little bit here? So you only want to put adhesive on half of your sentiment there. Let's go up a little bit more, right about there. Okay. Cool. Now we're going to take our bow and we're going to use the bottom piece and just have that coming off to the side here, just like that. Take that top piece and put it on top. Cutesy, cutesy. And then you have, so this is that little red, the middle of the bow. You don't need to put that there, but what you want to take is one of these. I love these. So let me show you what these are. These are really cute. They are traditional sparkle sequins, 165875. So what they are, they're adhesive backed little glitter dots, but they're like tiny little punch outs of holes. They're not enamel. They feel like glitter cardstock. So cool. All right, so you want to put a little one of the little ones right in the middle, and then take those last two, or use whatever embellishments you have or any additional way you would like to embellish the cards. You absolutely can do that. I cannot see the little plastic. Okay, put another one there. Okay, so there is our first card. We'll show you this one because I didn't mess up. I messed up my size there, so I will fix that. But here's card one. So cute. All right, we'll get that out of the way. Let me clean up and we will move on to card two. Now, card two is where we're going to, where I did that embossing. The 3D embossing. Now, if it's a 3D embossing folder, crafters, if it says 3D, you need to use a 3D embossing machine or have an adapter that's 3D. Oh, Susan, glitter dots on everything. I know. I always love sparkle glitter. You know that. Hi, Lisa. How you doing? All right. So I just show you just some different examples. So I took that embossing folder, right? And I was going to, you know, when I was designing my cards, I was like, what am I going to do? But I was first going with this. So what I have here is the raised part of the wreath. I used my blending brush with Old Olive and I lightly went around, and then I went back and I used my markers, my Stampin' Blends, the cherry cobbler, and I just colored in some of those berries. So that's that. And then this one I didn't like so much, but I did some splattering and I splattered gold and Old Olive. I liked that one. This one I didn't like. I splattered with Old Olive, clear, and and what did I do? It was like a brown, I don't know, pecan pie maybe, but I wasn't happy with that. So, but just showing you there some different variations that you can play with. But what I did here, you'll see, look closely, I just splattered some gold shimmer brush that I have from my close to my heart stash. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring out, let me come back to make it a little bigger here. Okay, so this is card 2. You're going to take out all your bits and pieces for card 2. You pick up the kit, or you're going to cut everything. And I did throw in, just because it looked beautiful, more than you need of these loose gold sequins. But let me show you these. I do. You get so many. There's probably like a million in here. I've put it in I've already packed up 8 card kits and my card kit, so that's 12, made my sample, and I still have all of these. So you do get a lot. These are loose gold sequins. Is the item number on here? Yeah. 165267. Ooh, I wish we had silver, but we don't. Look at that glimmer. I could stare at that all day. Okay, so let's move these bits out of the way and get our card. So we have our regular card base. We are now, if you want to splatter, you absolutely could. I'm just going to splatter some gold shimmer brush. So let me get my box. I always have a splatter box. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Where is my gold? I know I had it. Here it is. Get with my markers. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, so what I do, y'all remember, I'm sure lots of you have these. I have them in every color. God, I hope Stampin' Up gets the colored shimmer brushes. I just do a little pile there, you see. I get my brush nice and juicy. Let me zoom in a little. And then I tap. I'll bring it up closer when it's done so you can see. The harder you tap, the more glitter you'll get. I think that's good. Let's bring in. Hard to see. There you go, you got it. In person, it's super glittery, but just an idea. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to adhere that to our card base. I'm sorry, to the base layer here. I can come out of. Okay, just have that tiny 1/8 of an inch poking out. All right, now I'm just going to take my card base and just adhere that, because really that's all we need to do with this card. And then we are going to create that bouquet. Adhere this to your card base and just leave a little bit of 1/8 of an inch. Around. Okay, so that is our card. That's all you needed to do there. So for this part now, this is all the bits that's going to come in your kit. So here are those bouquets that you cut with the die, right? Let me show you the paper again and how that works. So what I do is I just cut strips of my paper, right? And then where's the die? Let me get the die. Here it is. This is that bouquet die. So I cut a strip of my paper, right? So maybe I have like 3 or 4 inches going down. But then, look. That lines up. So You just run that through your machine and you die it out. And did I just drop all my pieces on the floor? Yes, I did. The joy of live crafting. Okay, that was it. I only lost my bouquets. All right, so I went ahead and cut 2 out. You will get 2 in your card kit. You're going to get that cherry cobbler banner, and then look at that. This is 2 of those leaves I cut out of that brush gold. We're going to cut these in half. We don't need the whole thing. I know it's such a sin to waste that gold paper. And then same deal with these. We don't need the whole thing. These are cut out of old olive. We're just going to cut 2 of them. First, let's do our stamping. Let's get our sending love and joy right here. And this lines up perfectly with that banner right there. So we are going to heat emboss this. Now, if you don't have heat embossing supplies, you certainly just use whatever color you want. It's right in front of my face. Whatever color you want to stamp in. All right, so I use my embossing buddy there. I am going to stamp my sentiment in some Versamark ink. Get it nice and covered, and then line it up. Sorry for my head if it's in the camera there. Sorry, I didn't think it was lining up. I couldn't see. I think I did go a little up too high, but it's hard because I have a camera over my head. So it's hard to see, but I think it's good. All right, so we have our powder we put on it. We're good. Okay, get this out of the way. Put that back in the little pot there so it doesn't go all over. And let's heat this up. Okay, great. We'll keep that out of the way. Okay, so now what we want to do to create this bouquet. So we're going to, we can truly snip one of these off. Let me grab my scissors. These are gonna, the middle is gonna be covered, so we really don't even need this. So you can snip that off and just lay these 2 on top of one another. Okay, that's it. So you just need to make that one pointing up and one pointing down, right? Because it's going to go on your card just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these 2 together. Where's my silicone mat? I like to craft when I'm using my adhesive on my silicone mat so that I don't get my work surface all messed up. Okay, let's just put some adhesive there. Oh, it's raining. Okay. So see, up and down, just like that. All right, now what we're going to do is we want to put the branches, so like one going out the top, but see how you don't need the whole thing? We're going to cut these. We just need it poking out the top, and one going out, you know, off to the side of the bottom. But you also want to have your card by you so you can see. If I had it here, look, it would definitely be overlapping my card. So what I'm going to do, I know it's like such a shame that we're doing this, but I only need half of this. So we're going to cut that in half. We're just going to cut, we just need the top of it really. And do the same thing here. You know, we just need the tops. So we have those 2, and we're going to do the same thing for this gold. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm cutting you. You're beautiful. just need the tops. Okay, just like that. So you just want to cut these. These are scraps or use them for something else. All right, so now what we're going to do is we want to kind of arrange one going one side, one going the other side, just like that, just poking out, just like that. And if you have some poking out the sides right there, that's totally fine. And if I was going to lay this on my card, that works out, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this over right where I have it. Just put it down a minute. I'm going to get a little piece of Scotch tape just to hold it in place. I'm going to put a little piece of Scotch tape just like that. I'm going to put a little piece here to hold this gold. Okay. There. So that's all you want to do, and you're going to repeat it on the other side as well. So if I have the gold poking out to the left, I'm going to have the gold poking out to the right, as if it was cascading straight through. So we want our gold there, and maybe our green right about there. And you don't want it hanging out too far past here, because then you will obstruct or hang off the card. So maybe that looks about good. Let's bring our card in, lay it down. I think I have to move the gold up just a smidge. I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn it over, lay it down on my desk, and get some Scotch tape. All right. That is our bouquet. Right? All right. So now this is just going to come right back in our card, and we are going to adhere this right down to the card base. We're not going to use any dimensional or anything. All right. So liquid here might be best. But what I'm going to do is any place I'm going to try to get adhesive to first that I can without damaging anything. And then I'm going to get, I always have different sizes, tear and tape. I have 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, 1/2 inch. I'm going to see if yes, I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape at the top and bottom. I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, this is just an additional step. Just to make sure it's sticking. And then we're going to pull that off, that backing off. Just got to play with this. Make sure you get, okay, good. It came off super easy for me. Thank you. Okay, bring my card back in, and I'm going to see which way. So it's not completely hanging off my card. I think that is perfect. And push down. I really like this card. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to take our sentiment. We are going to put some foam, 3D dimensional. Let's see, we're going to put it on this side there, this side there, and we will put one in the middle. Just like that. And then attach that to our card base. All right. And then we are going to get my green glue. I like to, when I use these kind of gems, I like to use green glue. I'm just going to put them in there so they don't go all over the place. And pick them up. I have this little pick tool that I got from Close to My Heart. I'm sorry, Amazon. So what I do is I like to put little dots of where these are going to go. Let me just show you. So see, I have 2 dots, one there and one there. And then I just pick up and place them down. I feel I could get them in place better, and it's just easier for me to work just like that. So I'm going to put 2 of them up top, 2 of them at the bottom. Come on, you're upside down. There you go. And another small one. The tip of my thing is sticky, so it wants to make the sequin come up with me. I got to clean that. The tip of this has some glue or something on it. It is supposed to be sticky. That made no sense, but I mean it had glue on it, because it's supposed to be tacky. All right, and then I want to put a big one of the sequins on this corner and a big one up on this corner, and then that will finish this card. Ah, come on. There we go. Okay, looks good. So cute. All right, that is card 2. We will be moving on to card 3. We are moving right along. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Card 3. Oh, my favorite DSP, this card. Super, super easy. All right, let me bring in the pieces. Hey, Mom. Hey, Kara. How you doing? It's not worth a thing if it ain't got no bling. I hear that, Janet. I hear that. All right. So again, very duplicatable card. I know all the ladies in my private craft group are going to love this card because they love duplicatable cards. Okay. We'll have to make this maybe one of my challenges, so everybody gets the dimensions. All right. We have our card base. So we have some leaves for the holly. We have some panels, 4 panels of Secret C and 4 panels of the DSP. Secret C and DSP, that rhymes. Then we have our bow. We don't need the top of the bow because you're going to use a sequence. Okay, so, and here's my sequence. We'll move that over, and we have 1 stamping layer that we got to do. So first what we will do is put our panels together. I'm going to sit down. Okay, so we want to put all of these panels together. Oh, and when you cut paper, you can feel which side is the right side. If I turn this up, there's a little bit of a lip, a raised edge, so I use the side that is nice and smooth. And again, you have a little bit of 1/8 of an inch sticking out on the panel. That's it. So just put your panels together. Doesn't matter the direction of the DSP. So there's so much going on in Stampin' Up! This month. October, we had a lot of new online exclusives drop. So be sure to go online and check that out. We have lots of holiday crafting items in there. Look at me, I'm going upside down, wrong side. I got a little adhesive off the edge there. Okay. What else? Oh, okay. So I just posted on my public page. Oh, why am I putting adhesive on this? I need to. And don't you just love, you can just rub your finger on the adhesive and it comes right off. I love that. I want to put adhesive on my DSP. What was I saying? Okay, so I just posted on my public page and in my private group that on the 6th, which is 2 days, so Monday, all kits, most kits are going to be 10 to 30% off. That's amazing. So yeah, definitely go check that out. But don't sleep on that because already the super cute, I don't know if you saw the one with the truck, the holiday truck, that's already sold out right now, but it's going to come back and it's only $14. So you want to put these two, layer them together like we did that other one, just a little bit of adhesive on the edge there and just overlap them a little bit. How do I have these? I have them really overlapped. Okay. Just like that, just getting everything all prepared. Okay. So I think we're good. Now what we can do is get to our stamping. I'm going to use that Merry Christmas again. This time I'm going in Secret C. I'm going to stamp in Secret C. Here's my Secret C. I really love this font. I actually want to, it's the Christmas is almost like my logo font. I think that's why I really like it. All right, so just right in the middle there, Merry Christmas. Ah, what's on my stamp? Ay, 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 look at that. There's a little yuck. See the E? I need another, all right, we got to cut another piece live. Actually, I'm going to open up another kit and take it out of there. Hold on, hold. And I will replace it. Because there is something, I got to clean my stamp. I didn't realize. Or there was something in my ink pad. Yuck. Okay. Do over. Let me just stamp because it might be a little wet. Okay. Is there something in my ink pad? I don't know. I can't see it. Okay, that looks better. I didn't know. All right, so Merry Christmas. We stamped that. That's all we have for stamping, so I'm going to close this up. I think I have things in my stamp pad. I got to clean it. I could see it when I just looked close up. I got to clean my stamp pad. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We're going to take our Merry Christmas and we are going to adhere that to our gold glitter. So I don't know what you prefer, but for me, glue dots work the best for adhering to glitter cardstock as well as certain liquid adhesives. But I like to just use my glue dots. So I'm going to put a few glue dots here. I'm going to put 4, one on each corner. What's your favorite adhesive for glitter cardstock? Tape runner doesn't quite work. Art glitter glue I know works. I'm not sure if the green glue works. I haven't done that yet. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in my card base, okay, and we're going to put it, we're going to start lining up and setting up our strips. So you're just going to put your longer one there, a short one there, a longer one here, bing, bing, boom, just like that. And then this is going to pop up in the middle. How stinking quick and cute. All right, so let's do that. Let's just adhere our panels down. Leaving a little bit of a border. You don't have to be perfect. If it doesn't line up exactly correct. There. There's a lot of designs that you'll see in some of my card kits that I bring back just again because they're easy and duplicatable, and I just love them. I create designs that I use for my cards. I want to move this up just a little bit. So you'll always get card designs that I love. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so now we're going to take our sentiment layer and we are going to put some dimensionals there. Put that right in the middle. And it fits perfectly in there. Okay, now we're going to take our bow, right? We're going to just put a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to use my green glue, and I'm just going to put it along the top here because everything else is going to hang off the card. All right, and then we are going to take this and put a strip of glue just along the top. Just like that, just along the top. Let me zoom in a little. And then you're going to take your leaves. They are going to go right there. So you're going to want adhesive, like on the bottom portion. Just right about there. I just swiped it on the edge there. Just like that. And then you're going to take that one of those glitter circles. There should be a red one in your pack. And just put it on the middle there like a berry. Okay. And then we are going to put a little dot in the middle of our bow. So we can get one of those. Do we want a big one there? No, I want a little one. Just like that. Cute, cute, cute. And now I'm going to put 2 dots here. And again, I gave you plenty extra, so you could add so many more if you want. Just thought it looked fun and pretty in the pouch. Okay. Card 3 is finished. We are moving right along. We are moving on to our last and final card. So pretty. Okay. That is card 3. And now our final card is our gift card holder. And this is a little gifty. Very cute. All right, so let me clean up my space. We'll move on to that. What's my time check? 55 minutes. I bet you I'm going to be done in an hour and 5 minutes. Okay. Reptile glue. Yes, Kara. Kara, so funny story. Kara is a customer and friend of mine. We both live in the same state, but on opposite coasts. And Kara came to my in person class, and I was so happy that we finally got to meet. So it was very nice meeting you and your daughter in law, Kara. But yes, you were telling me about reptile glue. We were talking about that last month. Okay, why am I switching? Put this here. I'm not paying attention. Pay attention, Stacy. So did I finish telling you about what's going on at Stampin' Up while I'm doing all this? So we have the kits, 10 to 30%. All kits will be on sale, and you still make your Stampin' rewards, which is great. And then so we're having a join special. October is a great time if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up. What you receive is 20 to 25% off your purchases. And if you want to just be a hobbyist, that's totally fine. There is a minimum that you have to maintain over a quarter. But as a hobbyist, I totally make that on my own anyway, if I were a hobbyist. But I do this more as a business. So if you want to join and you join under me, being under my team, you get all access to all of my tutorials. Anyone that you want for free, you can have, as well as you'll be invited to my uplines group, our private group with all of the people that are on my team that we are on under her. And she does prizes and giveaways every month. So you'll be invited to that group. And the special is amazing. So you can get $125 worth of product for $35 or $189 worth of product for $99. So if you just join and don't do anything else, is a great deal. That's all I'm saying. All right, so this is our base. Now, again, there's no card here. This is the only, the little fun fold on top is all that open. So this is your base. We're going to just start adhering. This is just going to go there. So let's just get this stuff out of the way. This is easy, easy peasy. Oh, we have to do embossing again. We'll do that in a moment. Okay, so there's your card base. All right, so this is just what size this is? I think it's 3¼ I have it written over somewhere. Blah, 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 3¼ by 9, 3¼ by 9, and it's just scored at 4½. This is going to give you that front flap to go on the front there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our, let's just put this on the front of that. Let's DSP there. I love the way I created that cluster of labels there. Okay, that's going to go there. And then you're going to take this glitter strip and put it in the middle. You might get glitter cardstock. You might get foil or glitter. But these kits I cut up have a glitter strip in it. The cards I made had gold foil. Either looks beautiful. Just put that in the middle, just eyeball it. All right, so that's good. We can move this. So actually, we could take this bottom layer and we could put this, because this is going direct to the card. We're not popping that up. So you want to put some adhesive. Just watch on these dies. I just want to show you. See, there's a little notch that cuts out all the way around because it's like frames it. Just be delicate. All right, put that in the middle. All right. Now, so we're going to do some stamping on here, and we're going to do some stamping on here, and then this card's going to be done. All right, so let's move this to the side for a moment. Actually, let's just finish the card. So again, I'm going to bring in that 1/2" tear and tape. Again, I love my tear and tape. I use lots of adhesive, lots of tear and tape, as you can see. I'm just not stingy with it. I waste a lot of it. I use so much foam. Yeah. All right, so the back side, this is just super strong. I just put, and I never waste it because see, they're going to have like this little piece left. I just put it in the middle. I never waste any of the ones I pull off. All right, it's just super strong. I love to use this. All right, so now you're going to center that. You're going to center that right in the middle there, just like that. Not crooked, Stacy, centered. Okay, great. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to come in with tear and tape again, but this time 1/8 of an inch. All right, because whenever I do gift card or gifties or anything, I use my tear and tape and I put it on 3. Oh, it's not in frame here. I got to get used to this. 3 edges and leave the top open. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Take some tear and tape here. And put it on 3 right along the edge here. 1, 2. Okay, this I'm going to waste because I don't need it in the middle there. Okay, if you have a little, I think this is like a half, what is this? A 1/2 inch circle punch. I just have this small little desk one. If you want to cut a notch, just cut a little notch in your, right in the middle. You do like a half moon circle, just like that. Okay, so now you're going to open up and that's going to go right there. So you're going to pull off your 3 sides here. I hope you enjoy this class and get some inspiration. Maybe you already have this bundle or you're picking it up and you're a visual learner. You don't need the directions or the cutting guide. That's what I am. I'm more visual. So then at least you'll be inspired by this. And there is your gift card holder. So that goes right in just like that. All right, so now we just got to do some stamping, assemble the last piece, and we are done. So what did we stamp in here? Merry Christmas again. Love my Merry Christmas. Oh wait, but I used the Fonty Mary, not. So I used this Mary, which I love. So we can put that one back and we can line this up. Okay. So Merry Christmas is on my stamp. It's on my stamp. I did do that in the cherry cobbler. What I like about this class is used 2. What happened? There we go. Oh, my computer just flickered. I only used 2 stamp sets. So I thought that was great. I only used cherry cobbler and Secret Sea. So not a lot of inks for this kit. Okay, so we're going to do Merry Christmas right in the center. Okay, and then we are going to do season's greetings on this one, and we are going to heat emboss again, just so you can see how to emboss. Again, you always want to use your embossing buddy. I need my season's greetings. Line that up. Hold on, I was just checking something out because my music stopped. Okay, season's greetings. Use my Versamark. Get my handy coffee filter. And then you want to come in with your embossing powder. Jean, you always need the directions. Hey, We all have our style, right? Thank you so much. Jean loves my cards. I think, Jean, you have gotten every kit that I have done. Ah, I don't want to mess up. Okay, let me put a little bit more. Okay. Hold on. I just am doing this because I need it close to me. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up where that was. All right, and let me get my tweezers and get my heat gun. That's right. Got everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, and I'll tell you right now, Jean, because you're watching, and Kara, if you're still watching, so in our private group, you ladies were the only ones that did the creative challenges this month. So instead of the spinning the wheel, you both get a prize. So you will be getting happy mail, both of you, and you'll see I scheduled a post. I think it'll go out tomorrow. I was working on all that this morning, and I was like, oh. Nobody did my creative sessions this month, but Jean and Kara did. So I appreciate you ladies both, and you both will be getting happy mail. Okay, there's our Merry Christmas. Now, to do our labels, this one and this one. So I'm going to pop this up with some foam. Now we're going to just do a few layers of dimension. Again, this video will be up on YouTube right after we get off air. That's the first thing I do. Then I finish my tutorial and I make it live on my website at CraftydivaUSA.com. So you can go pick up any of my downloadable tutorials instantly. Or, hold on, where did I put that? Okay, it only goes in the middle. Not bad. Okay, we only want to put the dimensional in the middle, not off to the side on this one, because it needs to stay in the middle because there's nothing for the sides to hang into. Let me show you here. See what I mean? Just put dimensional in the middle so it's not in the side there. Oh, good, Kara, you are. So you heard. You'll see a post tomorrow. Thanks so much, Jean. Yeah, I know, right? It's just get you to use some of your crafty stash. And you have an opportunity to win some Happy Mail. Brand new Stampin' Up items, right? Okay. All right, we are done. And I put some dimension on that top one, so we have a few layers of dimension going on here. And that is card 4. So again, I did one in foil and one in glitter. All right, so let me clean up a little bit and bring the cards back in. Again, you can get the way you can earn this is by placing an order on my website. And you guys, I am so happy that I do this. I love crafting. I love doing this. For years I've been doing this, but I really want to earn a Stampin' Up trip. I mean, I do this and I really want to earn a trip, and I'm going to try. And October 1st started our new year. So I have until September 31st of 2026 to earn the prize, to earn a trip. So that's what I want to do. That's my goal this year, is to find lots of crafty friends. Please share me with your friends. Share my videos on YouTube. That really helps me. I need some more subscribers, and then my boost gets bigger. So comment on my videos on YouTube, like my videos on YouTube, share me on Facebook, share my friends. If you know anyone who's looking for a Stampin' Up demonstrator, please send them my way, because the more crafty friends that purchase purchase from me or help share my videos or follow me will boost me up to get that. And the best thing is joining my team. So that really helps, even if you're a hobbyist. Just, I will help you, and you'll get all the benefits of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So let me bring all the 4 cards, and that's just my spiel. You know, I do this, I love doing this, but I do want to earn a trip. I would love to earn a trip, and only this year I really want to do it. It's because it's Costa Rica, and it's my favorite place on earth, and I would love to tell my husband that I earned us a trip for all the crafting that I do in this room, all the time that I spend in here. Okay, so enough about that. Here's our 4 cards. Here's card 1. Super cute. Card 2, we did a little splattering, and that was embossed. I didn't do the embossing. Y'all know how to run it through an embossing machine, but it will come embossed for you. But we made that fun cluster. Card 3, super easy, duplicatable design. Love this. And then card 4, our gifty in our holiday set. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was Traditions of Christmas. If anyone needs anything, you know how to get me. I'm CraftydivaUSA everywhere, even email. So have a wonderful Saturday. Have fun crafting, and I hope you enjoyed Traditions of Christmas card class. And I have a fun new outro, so stick around and watch this. Take care, everybody.